528 North Grove Street in East Orange, New Jersey. Where do I start? I want to walk you guys through the property. I want to show you the condition it was in and what we were able to do to it. So first of all, this property, when you're looking at it from the outside, it's between two houses. There's no parking. There's a small amount of street parking, but I did love how just warm and quaint the house was. Just even from the street, I knew this is a first-time homeowner situation. When you walk in, there's a front porch and you can already see just some of the historic, I don't know if that is the right word, but just the structure of some of the fixtures of the posts, the trim, as well as crown in the property was sort of from a previous era, but it was one of those things where if we restore it and do it properly, it could look really prestigious, which I think we accomplished. So you walk in and you got this sort of living area, then dining area, and then the kitchen's like in this weird sort of back corner with a back door in the middle. So we started talking about, okay, maybe a sliding door there. But once we went through the budget, we decided we're just gonna leave this kitchen as it is, but let's toss in an island or maybe a peninsula to sort of invite this dining room area in so that we didn't have to get rid of this load-bearing wall in between half of the kitchen and half of the dining room. So you walk down that hallway back toward the front door, you got these, I won't call them grand stairs, but you know, anytime you walk in the house and you see steps immediately, the stairs kind of matter to the aesthetic of the house. So there's a window with stained glass in the ceiling to let the sun in, but because of that, I guess it was compromised from a hurricane or something, and the whole ceiling was essentially caving in because of water damage coming in through this window. This place had a flat roof, which is going to be our biggest expense, is replacing this roof. So we decided, okay, let's just close this up and make the hallway clean. I was excited because we were able to keep our scope of work low. You know, from the looks of it, all you really needed to do was new finishes, flooring, paint, take care of the trim and crown. But there was this back room that was a little concerning. If you shake the back wall, it literally was like coming off the back of the house. So only one bathroom upstairs. We thought about adding a half bath somewhere, but with the square footage of the property, we decided to save on budget and leave that up to the buyer, which was actually a good choice because we were able to remain profitable on this property. The backyard was also a handful, and you could really see that. You're like, wow, I didn't even know the yard was this size, because you actually couldn't get out of the back door because the weeds and everything were so overgrown to the back door. Just insane stuff. So once we come up with these ideas and talk to the contractors and decide that they're actually executable under our budget, then it's go time. It's time to start making some progress and get you guys an after product. So here we go. All right, everybody, we're here. We're back again, North Grove Street in East Orange, New Jersey. This property is finally complete. I can't wait to show you guys. So let's head on in because it's raining, cameras are getting wet, I'm getting wet. Let's go inside and check it out. Watch your step. All right, so this property was a 3-bedroom, 1-bath, but if you remember before, everything was dilapidated. From this porch to as soon as you walk in, you just knew that this was a neglected property. We were able to transition this property into somebody's beautiful home. This property is already under contract. So without further ado, let's check out this 3-bed, 1-bath here in East Orange. They had this really cool trim. It was like wood. I think it was like actually not wood, it was like painted brown. We repainted it with white, matched with this milky gray, and they contrasted each other so well. All the different finishes, like these details is what I was most excited about from a paint perspective. These details, the posts. So just by painting them white, it pops way more against the gray. And then we went with gray floors. This is like the modern look that everyone's looking for. And our goal was to appeal to as many people on the market as possible. We popped a little island here. This wasn't here last time. We popped this in just for some extra communal space. And that's because over here in the kitchen kind of bent this corner where like the fridge is over here. So like if you're cooking, you're not necessarily excluded from the group, but without that island, you are. All right, this is huge right here. Look out this window. You guys remember there was literally trees coming through the window. When you open this back door, it would open about, well, wrong door. That one would open just fine. This one would open about 1 foot because there were trees pushed up against it. But obviously, we were able to clear the backyard out and build an all new porch. You see this is new fresh wood, fresh lumber right there. Now that the backyard is cleared out, you can see that you actually have some sizable space. Nonetheless, you have space and you have a lot of opportunity. And the word that we're gonna be using a lot for this property is potential. Because although we didn't do everything you possibly could do to this property, you do have to retain a profit. And sometimes when you gotta retain a profit, you can't spend as much as you wanna spend on these deals. But with that being said, we're gonna do the basement first. The basement is where there was a ton of potential. Pretty obvious already. Any basement, if you don't know, I'm 6'7". Yes, I used to play basketball if you didn't know. But anyway, if I can stand up somewhere, it's huge potential. I gotta duck under the guts sometimes, or duck under the guts. Duck under the ducks. Wow, look at that. But everywhere else there's high ceilings, so we had potential to finish the basement, just cleaned it up. If you remember, there was a bunch of debris, a lot of, there was framing, we got rid of it, and now there's space for anybody to be able to create their dream, right? There was plumbing here for a bathroom. We cleaned it out, but there was opportunity to potentially put a full or half bathroom down here. All right, back upstairs where it's a little nicer. Obviously, we swapped out new doors, new light fixtures throughout. And upstairs, to keep it warm, we have this nice gray carpet that flows into the downstairs nicely. Let's check out what we did upstairs. There was a huge hole here because there was a sky window. There was a huge hole. Water has consumed the window and like the ceiling literally collapsed. And every time we came here to shoot a new video, there was more and more ceiling collapse. And by the time we actually closed and started work, all of this was gone. But we repaired it, painted, we kept the same paint theme upstairs. And this master bedroom was just phenomenal. Again, I'm huge. We got high ceilings, wingspan, right? So you can have a king size bed literally on any wall in this room with an awesome view of your street, of the front of your house. So it truly gives off a master feel. Now the bathroom, as you recall, was certainly disgusting, as most of our bathrooms are. So here we just did some basic fixes, new vanity, new mirror, new toilet, new flooring. So pretty cool towel in the shower. Just again, keep that modern looking feel, but we're really excited about how this bathroom turned out. Bedroom number 2, more space. Can fit a queen size bed, probably better with a full, but this room turned out excellent as well. Didn't do much, really just painted. Because of the roof issue and all of the water dripping down the back of the house, literally deteriorating the wood, we had to reframe the back of the house because it was literally falling off. But now we got good structure and now the building is safe. I love these rooms. We're in the Northeast, it's New Jersey. Nowhere else has rooms like this. I can almost touch both sides. It's small, we thought about turning it into a bathroom. Ultimately, we just decided to leave it how it is. A den, an office, nice window overlooking the backyard. So we just love how it is. Let's head back downstairs. So how about that, right? The afters were everything that we said. Well, I guess when I'm recording this, they had already happened, so I can make it look like they were. But just trust me that everything that we said we was gonna do actually happened and it came out beautiful. The buyers were excited. I don't know if you watched our other YouTube video we posted about this deal, but it was a nightmare getting this thing sold because it happened to hit the market at the same time as interest rate hikes. And unfortunately, we went through 4 buyers and it prolonged this process 5 additional months from when we put it on the market to when we actually made money off it, but we still were profitable, which is a huge deal. That lets me know that we made all the right decisions in regards to what to do with this property at the beginning. That's when you make money on flips, is at the beginning. So if you wanna follow our journey on our next fix and flip or our next renovation process, make sure you like, share, subscribe. I appreciate you all for tuning in because we plan on pumping out a ton more of content just like this. I'm Morrison III, and thanks for watching United We Invest TV. Peace.